okay, Miss Tammy?
I'm back!
She's getting a big
Ray
head.
of sunshine.
Some people have said they've missed Tammy.
Oh,
Nice.
thank y'all. Y'all are so sweet.
So, just to go. Here you go, Tammy. I'll get you started then.
No, don't do that to me.
Simon Drury says, hello, will I need a heating system if I live in a warm climate?
Of course you will.
Why? Correct, but why?
Because the puppies are small and little and they need that little warmth. Because whether you're in a warm climate or not, you may not have to cover it up as much on your whelping system.
Puppies need to be at 100 degrees.
Yeah.
If you heat your house up to 100 degrees, there's only one person who's going to like you, and that's going to be the electricity company.
Yeah.
Because everybody else is going to be cooked to death, including your Frenchy mum. You cannot get your house hot enough to make the puppies warm enough without some supplemental heat. And that's why our system works so well, because guess what? It only heats the puppies up. It doesn't heat anybody else up, including mum. She'll be happy to be in there with the babies 24/7. That's why it works so well.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go look at this one here. Amber Leos, mine have, okay, talking about her dog's having diarrhea for a week. I've taken mum's poop in, but they said the mum may have hookworms. Well, I haven't read all of this, but look, here's the deal. If your mama dog, has some infestation, you've got to treat it. And once the babies are born, I don't think there's too much danger in this. I mean, go check with the vet or the medications to see whether it's okay for a nursing mum. Whatever you give mum could pass through the milk, so you have to be aware of this. But look, if you've got a dog that's got some kind of parasite infestation, then you're going to have to worm mum. Can't worm the puppy till they're 2 weeks old or close.
I've heard of puppies dying and they couldn't figure it out. When they opened them up, they were full of worms. So
okay.
Make sure you treat your females way before you get them bred.
That's right.
Yes.
We don't like to treat pregnant
Well, you need to be treating your dogs all along.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So don't skip this. This is way important to do.
Right. Heartworms.
Yeah.
General wormings.
Worms, yeah.
Yep. Exactly. Yep.
Big
so
time.
if you've got a dog that's pregnant and it's got some kind of infestation, I would go ahead and worm that dog, but I would not. I think the important thing here is when a dog is pregnant, before it has the puppies, you never give vaccine.
Oh, exactly.
Rabies shots, absolutely not. Your white puppies out. Don't give rabies shots. You don't give anything like medications like steroids, can abort.
Till after the puppies are weaned, then.
Unless you have a known problem, I recommend you don't give anything to a dog other than good food, happiness, and love.
Yeah.
Nancy Massey says, so my Frenchie was AI'd over several days, I guess a 5-day period. How do I count her days? How do I figure when to do the C-section? Well, you always go off the first AI date as being your first potential C-section date. And all it is a window of opportunity. That's not necessarily the day you can have the C-section. It's just the point where, from that point onwards, you're probably in the right range. So here's a little tip. This is what I do. I take the date of the C-section and simply roll it forward 2 months. And the date of the first AI, and roll it forward 2 months to the date of the potential C-section. So the example would be, okay, the dog was bred on October the 1st, November, December the 1st would be the first potential due date. My dog was born on December the 1st, then the due date is December, January, February of the next year. So just roll it forward 2 months, and that's darn close to your right due date. And all we're trying to do is get an approximate date. We've got a lot of sun on the screen, don't we?
Somebody was tending to his messages.
Yes.
No, don't turn it this way.
All right, we're going to move the screen around a little bit.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hold on a second,
Hey,
folks.
you forgot to mention what's the most important thing that's today is.
You vote.
Go vote. If
Go
you
vote.
haven't voted, go vote.
Go
I think
vote.
the polls stay open till 7.
They do. Go vote.
Please go vote.
And the other thing
Big
is,
important.
half of you are not going to like the results.
But just take your medicine
Don't
and
blow.
go on
Don't
now.
blow the world up.
James.
Don't blow the world
You
up.
shouldn't even mention that.
Well, no, and I mean, look,
I mean, We'll all live through it.
We'll all live. It's never as good as you think, and it's never as bad as you think.
No.
So, half of us are going to be upset, and the other half are going to be, don't lord it over the other people if you win.
You make it what you want it to be.
That's
How about
right.
that?
That's right. We'll all get through this.
Day by day. Go vote.
Go Broke Hero says, my female dog is a 9.36 nanograms per milliliter. We're talking about when to breed. When should I breed naturally? My vet told me to return after 2 to 4 days to retest.
You don't breed naturally until you've had a brucellosis test done on both male and female.
Okay. Well,
Always.
That's us correct.
I know, but just
But when would you...
FYI.
But if your dog's a 9.36, the answer is you breed the next day, and you don't come back 2 or 4 days later to retest, because you'll be in the 20s or more, and you will be too late, I promise you. So unfortunately, your vet doesn't know what they're talking about.
Some vets do.
Oh, lots of vets do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And this particular vet probably knows lots of things about other stuff, but doesn't know about progesterone levels. And it will steer you wrong, unfortunately. Do you have any videos on skin allergies? I have a beautiful chocolate girl. This summer she suffered with allergies, and the skin is the worst.
Is it the grass allergies?
Well, we don't know.
It could be your laundry soap, your Downy, that your softener you put in. It could be grass, what fertilizers you put on the ground, whatever.
So they said here this summer. So I'm thinking this is an environmental thing to do with things like, pollen or tree mold or grass.
They all have allergies like we do. Some just show it worse than others.
Yeah, so what do you do about this? Well, medicated shampoos can help, of course.
Oh yeah, the oatmeal.
There are shots that you can give dogs that get
Aloe
really
vera.
bad. I think that one thing that you can do is, if it's getting really bad, maybe keep the dog indoors for a few days to see if that helps the situation, so you can determine exactly what's causing the allergies. But some Frenchies do suffer from this, and I think that definitely some foods can help, right? What do you recommend on that, Tammy?
Yeah, foods.
Yeah, is
It
there
could be an allergy with foods, yeah, because we know that some of the ear problems that dogs have is
So we feed
They need to change the food. We feed Life Abundance.
Life's Abundance. So
Yeah,
we've been doing that for a year and a half.
Yep.
And we actually do sell it on our website. And we do
Yes.
recommend it, and we've really...
It's been good stuff. It's got whitefish in it. The protein levels are really,
It's not
really
cheap.
nice.
It's not cheap. That's the only bad thing about
Hey,
it. It's not crazy.
It's worth every penny when you're talking about your four-legged fur babies.
That's right. It's definitely not the least expensive food out there. It's probably not the most expensive, but we'd be pretty happy with it.
That's with our adults.
That's with our adults.
Yeah. Our dogs have been
So someone's talking about, I think we're talking about a Frenchie here. I have a gorgeous, muscular, tall, long, 40-pound fawn male. Black mask, black eyes. Yeah.
It's a big boy.
That is a big boy. So
Is it English or what?
no, it's French.
It's French. Are you
That
sure?
is I want a male French stub with a 5
I bet he is pretty though. It's your baby. He's beautiful.
Yeah, that's just might be a girl who's looking to breed actually. Well, look, I think they're asking for a smaller dog. Okay. Well, one of the things is asking, do you recommend a 6-panel DNA test or is a 5-panel test enough? This 10-panel test stuff. I think there's we're getting more and more tests coming on here. This is a way for, I think, partially for...
Animal genetics to get rich.
Yeah, some of these tests, folks, are just getting out of hand, where we've got like 50 tests on
The
a
health
dog.
panel tests that they do, most of it's not even for French bulldogs.
Some of it's not, anyway.
Yeah, they're just making money.
I don't know the 6-panel over the 5-panel, so I can't even comment on it.
Yeah.
I can tell you this, look for a smaller dog to breed that dog to, though, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
How do you get the intensity gene? You pay for it. I'm going to do a video on the intensity gene, but just to give you a quick primer on what the intensity gene is. So it's a double recessive gene. It's an IN. It's on the test. You have to have 2 copies of it for it to really show up. It affects the cream. So cream becomes much brighter and lighter in color. So a cream dog with 2 copies of intensity will
Really
look
pretty.
will look much whiter. A tan point dog with 2 copies of intensity will look much whiter tan points.
It's way pretty.
You're a Hero.
So pretty.
Which is the one where, like, it's...
I'm still waiting on my little
yeah, we're
girl.
waiting on a Hero girl. The You're a Hero, where you get the white cheeks and the white on the inside
Right
of the
across
legs.
his chest,
Now his
inside
chest.
his legs, just
like a Shiba
handholds.
Inu.
Yes.
Is it You're a Hero? And we're talking about Frenchies here. I think that those dogs probably have 2 copies of the intensity gene.
You would think, anyway.
Somebody says you updated My Breeder Supply website. Looks amazing. Thanks very much. We did. So people who are navigating My Breeder Supply are going to see, this happened a month ago, are going to see a different look and feel to it. I know it gets frustrating sometimes when you go to a place that you're familiar with and you can't find stuff, but I think generally we've got better and more information for you there. Oh, here we go again. Is there something wrong with brindle or pie? No.
No.
I'm just going to answer it that way. No, nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with it. Except for very pretty.
I did a video on the diarrhea and constipation. Somebody said another thing to remember is that antibiotics can give the puppies loose stool. And that's exactly right. I didn't mention that. In fact, there's 2 things I didn't mention in that video that I should have done. The first is, when you've got puppies with loose stools, or dogs in general, one thing that's so cheap to do is to give them a probiotic. So you can buy probiotics that basically are supposed to put better fauna back into their guts. And one of the problems with antibiotics is when they're necessary, great, but they tend to wipe out all the good bugs as well.
Yeah.
And so you can then get an invasion of the not so good bugs in the dog's intestines.
Probiotics is like usually a soft chewy tablet, or they say pumpkin is good. Yogurt, the nasty out of their gut.
I bred my female Mora with a lilac tan, but I can't tell if some of the puppies are blue or lilac. Well,
DNA.
there you go. DNA test, you can do that right from when they're born and remove the dew claws, send them off.
Sometimes the lilacs are so dark, and they come back lilac. You got the red eye. Well, you're gonna have red eye glow anyway.
Yeah, the
Merle.
blues that aren't the blues
Yeah.
the blues or lilacs that aren't Merle, you can do a red eye glow test and tell if they've got a red eye glow test and they're blue, they're actually lilacs.
Right.
The Merles that
That's
won't
all
work. Yeah, won't work with Merles.
got red eyes.
One of my pups will just randomly poop. Well, I would maybe see if you can't get some kind of a betting
How
thing
much are
going
you
on.
feeding it? You may be feeding it too much.
Maybe they're randomly feeding it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that if you've got a litter of puppies and you've got one puppy that's behaving differently in terms of its poop, then one of the things I'd think about is, does it have a parasite, gut parasite? So I'd go get a fecal exam done, especially if it's liquidy.
Go put the fecal in in a baggie, take it up to the vet, and say, I've got a present for you. No, just go have it checked.
We don't go to that one. Amy Matthews says, I'm due a litter in 10 days, 4 puppies. I have bottles milk ready, so it's 3 hours. I've been told 2 hours. I've been told. So she's been told lots of different things about when to feed her
Does
puppies.
Mama not have a lot of milk yet? Or
Mama's
what?
not even. Mama's got 10 days to go. She's getting herself. She's asking questions ahead of time, which is good.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So look, this is what we do. The first thing is we put mums with babies. We don't separate them. Mum feeds babies. If mum's got good milk, and if she's a good mother, you don't have to do anything.
We have powdered goat's milk that'll keep in the cabinets for a long time. So you can buy that powdered goat's milk and keep it put up for, gosh, how long does that last? What's the expiration date?
A couple of years.
So you always have that on hand. Two feeding tubes.
Yeah.
You need those.
Right. So
Doesn't your puppy kit have that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. MyBreederSupply.com.
That's right.
Right there, it's puppy kit. It's got all that in there for you.
It's good to
as you
have her
get
back
ready.
because she starts to sell products for me. See?
I start yakking.
That's right. That's why she's been locked up for the last week, by the way. Actually, what's happened is we've had a horrible ice storm in Oklahoma. We had almost a week without electricity, and some people still don't have electricity, and I feel sorry for them. But going back to this, yes, be prepared. If you're in a situation where you are separating babies from mum, we don't recommend it, but sometimes you have to. But whatever, if you are separating babies from mum, we recommend every 3 hours you feed their body weight in ounces and cc's. So a 10-ounce puppy gets 10 cc's every 3 hours. Check their bellies to make sure they're nice and fat. If they are, you're doing it fine. And how should you feed that? We like to tube feed. It's so much safer than bottle feeding. Bottle feeding, you can get aspiration pneumonia. We've got videos though on bottle feeding and tube feeding, so choose the one that's best fit for you. People get worried about tube feeding, they're scared to do it, but I can tell you it's really easy.
That video will show you exactly where to mark on the tube,
yes.
how far to go down in
Yes.
there. Yeah.
And weigh your puppies every day. Make sure they're gaining half an ounce after the first day. That's a good sign that things are going okay. Puppies put your finger in their mouth and they suckle hard on it. It's warm and moist and they've got a pink inside and they're not crying. You're good. Alright, so that's it. 15 minutes worth right there. So thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye for me, bye for Tammy. My Breeder Supply. Love my pups. Be nice to your puppies. Subscribe to us. We love you all. Bye everybody.